Hey you guys. So I'm back today to talk about another problem that I have. So I'm going to talk to you guys about sleep apnea. Now, sleep apnea I didn't know consists of so many things. It can help you with your legs, like if you have a restless leg syndrome, if you're constantly waking up at night, if you feel yourself tossing and turning, if you have headaches, if your arms hurt and different joints hurt. I didn't know that it had so much effect. So, um, how I became to get tested was I was asleep. And of course, when you sleep, how you gonna tell if you stop breathing? How? So I was asleep because yeah, I was asleep, and my mom, she would come in and wake me up, and I noticed that she would do that a lot. And because I'm living with my mom right now because I'm going through a divorce, but that's another video. When it rains it pours, but I don't want to forget this. So my mom, she would come in. I would realize she coming in more than once, and I was like, Mom, why you always coming in and wake me up? And she was like, well, you would stop breathing. She was like, I stood there one day and I held the door open, and because every time I wake up, the door is open. So I'm like, Mom, why do you keep opening the door? Because I stay with my mom and my dad. My stepdad's here and all that stuff. So I don't be wanting the covers to be pulled off me, and then they, see or something. So I'm like, why are you always opening the door? And she was like, because you stopped breathing for a long time, and I normally have to wake you up. And I was like, really? So I went to the doctor. I go to a different doctor. I'm telling you, I either have a doctor appointment every week or 2 or 3 doctor's appointment a week. I'm telling you, it's serious. So, of course, for different doctors. So, she went to one of my appointments with me because I couldn't drive because of the previous medication I was on for something else. So she drove me to my doctor's, and she was like, this is my primary, and she was like, I think she needs to be tested for sleep apnea because she stopped breathing for a long time. So he ended up putting in the paperwork. And before that, I ended up getting sick and going in the hospital. And I think I had posted something about it, and all you guys is wishing that I get well and stuff like that. And I went in the hospital because I couldn't breathe. I also have asthma. I couldn't breathe, and I got up and drove myself to the hospital because my mom was asleep, and I didn't want to wake her. And my son, he was on the couch asleep, so I didn't want to wake him. And so I said, I'll just drive myself. So when I was home, my blood pressure was 190 something over 100. So when I got to the hospital, it was 240 to 250 something over 115. And they went to rush me in the back. They got me my IV. They started pumping me with blood pressure medicine and different things like that. Then they shot for MRI, CAT scan. I mean, they was just putting in so many orders. I was there for at least a week and a half. And they had me drugged up on so much medicine, I was just knocked out. I would only wake up whenever they were talking to me. So I was in there waiting for them to do, they was doing my heart at rest, and then they were going to race my heart and then see how it was, and then take me back down there and do another one to see how it is after that. So as I said, I couldn't help it. I couldn't stay woke even though I didn't want to fall asleep. So the lady was telling me that you need to go get checked for sleep apnea because you stop breathing a lot of times, and because you have the monitors and all that stuff hooked up to you and stuff like that. She was like, and she was like, yours seemed pretty severe. So I was like, yeah, I gotta go next week. Because I was in the hospital for a week and a half, and I know the next week I had to go for sleep apnea, which I went inside. And so you would go to this building, and they will hook you up with all these wires. I don't think I still had a picture. If I do, I'll insert it. But they put all these wires all over you, and then they let you lay down and go to sleep. And they monitor you while you're sleeping, and they also have a camera recorded. So I did that, and I didn't hear back from my doctor because I have a long sleep apnea lung specialist too. So, I know this is a lot, right? So I called them because it was like a week or two after I went and did it. So I'm like, well, when are they gonna call and make me an appointment to come in to go over my results? So it was like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks later that they called me to come in. So I was like, okay, because I had to call them. I called them and I was like, well, I did a result, and I did the test, and I wanted to know like what my results was. And so she was like, oh yeah, we can set your appointment, we got your stuff in. I'm like, because I hadn't heard from nobody, and it's been almost a darn month. So then I went in, and so the lady, well, I have a guy, it's a guy doctor that I have for the lung specialist, and he went to go over. He pulled out his pen, and he started writing. He was like, okay, normal people. When he said that, I knew mine had to be terrible. He said normal people stop breathing 1 to 4 times an hour. That's a normal thing for any adult. Children is not supposed to do that, but any adult stop breathing 1 to 4 times. I said, okay. Then he went to, okay, if it's kind of borderline, you would stop breathing like 5 to 7 times. I was like, okay. So he went up, like if you got sleep apnea, it'd be this, and I think it was like 11 or something times. And he said, but you stop breathing 35 times an hour. And I was like, what? He said 35 times an hour, and then it's not just you stop breathing, but your oxygen go down into the 60s and 50s. So he was like, you definitely need oxygen. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. So that's probably why you're so tired, you're so restless, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have to get a machine. So I was like, okay. So I went back, and I had to go back overnight again, which it was far to get there. And I had to get a ride there and back. So, which was crazy because you got to be there at 8 at night. And then your ride had to be there before 5 o'clock in the morning. And they can't stay over with you. So that was kind of crazy. But I tell you one thing. That bed that they had, that sleep number bed, girl, I need one of them. One of them sleep number beds. Child, I don't think I wanted to wake up at all. But when I tell you they put the oxygen stuff, all that, just check my pressure during the night. So when she put it on me, the lowest number setting is a 4. So when she put it on me, I was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. Like, it was so much air, like, rushing in. But she said, I need that to open up my windpipe at night. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much air. It's like I can't breathe. So she was like, get on your phone, watch TV, and just try to forget that it's on your face because it's like a mask. I'll try to insert a picture of how it looked. It's like a mask, and it goes like over your head. So it's like up like this. It's not like the regular mask that they stick in the hospital. The little one is like a mask, like got your nose like that. That's what I clean. But it got your nose like that. So we switched out different ones at night, like when she felt like I couldn't sleep or something. So we tried to switch out. So she found one that's good for me. So I was laying down sleep. When I tell you, I only woke up one time during the night. That's never happened. I only woke up one time, and I was to go to the bathroom one time. And I felt so good after that. It was crazy. And then now I still feel it because it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since I did that. And it was wearing off like 2 to 3 days after. When I tell you I got the best sleep, I was able to breathe so good. But then she told me, she was like, you thought 4 was too much. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't even want to take it off. So while I was up, I was still had it on. I didn't want to take it off. I was breathing so great. So she was like, she was like, well, when you was asleep, I had to turn it up. You're like at a 12. And I was like, what? I said I couldn't even feel it. She was like, you was still not breathing um when when all that was on you. So your number, it went up. So she adjusted while I was sleeping. They modified to see what's better for me when I'm sleeping. And I was like, I couldn't even tell. It was like I was just breathing. The only time you could tell is when you open your mouth, because like all the air try to rush out your mouth, so it sounds funny when you're talking. But I'm like, yes, that was the best sleep I ever had. I was like, thank you, Jesus. That was the best sleep I ever had. I was like, I'm gonna have this great of a sleep at home. I'm gonna have this good of a sleep. I can't wait to get my machine. I know everybody be like, girl, you crazy. But listen, I have not felt that good. I don't think ever. I don't know who invented that, but I thank you. I thank you for inventing something like that, because just off that one night, you guys, off that one night. So just imagine how I'm gonna feel after being on it for a week, a month. It's gonna be so great. But I've never been on, like I never had, that was like my first time doing it. So you guys, if you know anybody that's been on it, how it is, like what you think about it now after you've been on it for so long, and everything like that, I just want y'all to leave it in the comments below. I'm just so excited about breathing. I know I'm so excited about breathing. It's crazy. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. If you guys have any information for me, I would really greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to do the raffle thing for my microadenoma funding, so that I can do the surgery, have a copay, and I would greatly appreciate you guys. It's $1 a ticket. I'm going to announce it at the end of December, the winner. So if you guys want to get into that raffle, or just donate whatever you want, and I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly, greatly, greatly. I'm going to put my Cash App on here for you guys to send it to, and also put that you want in the raffle. Put some encouraging words, because I love it when I read that. And yeah, was that it? I'm trying to see, was that it? I'm never going to let my sickness get me down. You guys are never going to see that. Not unless I have to get my head cut, then you'll probably see the scar. Because the scar be like big. It'd be like right here, down to here. I'm hoping it could just go through my nose and pull it out. That's my prayer. I want you guys to pray that with me, that I don't have to get this, but they can go through this. Not this, but this. Not this, but this. Please, guys. But yeah, thank you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up these videos. And as always, always, always have a blessed day. Bye.